Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the Arsenal chapter. And right about here, I'm here to talk about the title. And we're talking about the English Premier League title. Whom do you think is going to win the English Premier League title? Make your thoughts known in the comment section, as I'm definitely going to be giving you mine. And really, I think Arsenal has a very big chance of taking the English Premier League title. And we're going to be looking, we're going to be seeing where the club Arsenal is at this point in time, and the possibilities of Arsenal taking the English Premier League trophy. We're going to look at how many games and what is the possibility that Arsenal is going to win, draw, or lose these games. Yeah, and really it depends on these games that the football club Arsenal has to win. These games, if they are easy games, then but also the table standing definitely matters, and also looking at who the opponents are, and really looking at who the opponents are, looking at the football club, Man City and Liverpool and Manchester United. Is United in the picture? Chelsea, really, Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspurs. Really, it's actually been it's been a very unbalanced, I should say, unbalanced season this season, yeah. But Arsenal is doing well. But when you look at other clubs that have been in the league with the football club Arsenal, we're talking about Chelsea, we're talking about Manchester United. And Man City has always been on top there, and Liverpool is doing quite well this season, yeah. But looking at Chelsea and in Manchester United, definitely, I don't think they have any chance of even getting into top four, to be honest, yeah. Anyway, but let's get to see. We're going to see exactly how. Why I think the football club Arsenal could be taking the Premier League title, and possibly you can come through and get into the comment section and let me know. Let us know what you definitely think. Anyway, should we start with the EPL table, or we should start with we could start with the EPL table, we could start with the games. First of all, let's start with the EPL table as it stands today. Yeah. So, we know Arsenal is in the first position, yeah, and Arsenal has Arsenal is in the first position, and then Man City is in the third position. Man City, which is definitely a big threat. But talking about Arsenal, really, Arsenal having 51 points. I think that's quite, not 51, sorry, 71 points. That's quite good. And you see the goal difference between Arsenal and Man City. Man City is the big threat. However, Liverpool has also proved that he wants the title, but mainly the big threat is not Liverpool. Don't be fooled. The big threat is Manchester City. And so Liverpool, it's good. It's a good club and they're playing well, but the possibility of Arsenal losing the title to Man City is way bigger than the possibility or chance of Arsenal losing the title to Liverpool. But this time round, Man City has lost on a couple of games and actually drawn on a couple of games that you could say possibly, how did this even get to this? How did this even happen, you know? So looking at Arsenal being in the first position with 71 points and the goal difference of 51, yeah, you can see that that's quite good. 31 games played, yeah? And looking at Liverpool having 31 games played too, and then with 71 points and 42 goal difference of 42, then you can see that there is the points are shared, yeah. They share points. They've got the same points, 71. So literally, we could say they're all in the first position by points, but by goal difference, Arsenal is definitely higher than the football club Liverpool. But as I told you, the big threat is not Liverpool. The big threat is not Liverpool. The big threat is Manchester City. So you can see that Manchester City when they've definitely been on form when they have played. You definitely saw that it's a good club, yeah. But this time round, things have changed. I mean, this is not the Manchester City. This is not the Man City that we know. The Manchester City of this season is a bit weak, I must say. They've got brilliant football players like Erling Haaland. They've got Kyle Walker. They've got John Stones. They've got Phil Foden. They've got almost every big football player in there, right? But being honest with you, I don't see the Man City that took the treble last season, yeah? It's not the Man City that is playing this time round. And I know some people could be saying that could be mean because we're talking about a club that is in the third position, yeah? And is contesting, is trying to get to the first position and still has a chance of taking the treble again. But to be honest with you, I don't. When you've watched Man City play previously, this is not the Man City that is on ground now, and that's why. Well, that's where Arsenal needs to come and capitalize on the mistakes that Manchester City really is doing and drawing games. Arsenal shouldn't draw any game from now. Should go for straight wins if possible. Anyway, we're going to be looking at the games that Arsenal is going to be playing, and possibly I will get that. But before we go there, as I told you, Manchester City is on there. And is there any possibility that Tottenham could be a potential win of the English Premier League trophy? I don't think so, because when you see Tottenham has got 60 points, then Arsenal has got 71 points. Definitely, absolutely no. Then Aston Villa, you can see Aston Villa having 60 points, sharing points with Tottenham Hotspurs, but Aston Villa has got 32 games played, whereas Tottenham Hotspurs has 31 games played, but they share points with the two clubs share points. That's 60 points. Then there's a big gap, and Arsenal being on top of the table with 71 points. You can definitely tell that something positive is on there for the football club Arsenal. Then looking at the big rivals of the Arsenal club, that's Manchester United. Manchester United is not doing well, you know. Things are not going on quite so for Manchester United, and being in the 60th position, they're drawing, they're losing. I don't know what's wrong with them. Anyway, I think Arsenal fans must be happy about that, because there could be, Manchester United could be a threat to the title, but at this time round, there is no chance. I don't think they can even compete with the fact that Manchester United has got 49 points, and it needs, if you see, for Manchester United to get to the top, to the Premier League. Top four, needs around Manchester United needs around 11 points, you know, and 11 points really, in 11 points, while Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspurs are losing consecutively. I don't think that's going to happen, because Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa are they're gonna win a couple of games, you know. So I don't think Manchester United really is a big threat to the English Premier League title when it comes to the football club Arsenal. I think the real threat is Manchester City, and Arsenal should take care about that. And don't forget that last season, we cannot forget what happened last season, yeah? So we can't forget what happened last season. So last season, it will be noted that Arsenal tried its level best, played very well, and the season started well. Mid-season, everything was okay. Arsenal was on the run, and towards the end of the season, Arsenal lost morale. Yeah, it's no morale, but there was lack of depth in the squad of Arsenal. So the football players who were there could not compete towards the end. I mean, they were exhausted, they were tired, they played almost game in, game out, and it was not getting quite well. And Arsenal had a couple of injuries, so there was depth lacking in the squad of Arsenal, which was sorted in the transfers, which was sorted, and you can see Arsenal buying the likes of Gabriel Jesus and. When did Gabriel Jesus come? No, Gabriel Jesus came before, but football players that Arsenal has bought recently have definitely tried to, the likes of Jorginho, yeah, they've definitely helped the club to get built to yet another level. Looking at a football player like Declan Rice, the master of midfield, spending £100 million on Declan Rice, I think that was quite brilliant. And bringing in a new goalkeeper, David Raya, who also is a very wonderful one, and Aaron Ramsdale is not getting into the goals 100%. You're relying on one goalkeeper. That's see whether he's sick or not. He's supposed to be playing. But this time round, Arsenal sorted itself, and I think this time round, Arsenal is ready to compete. So I think we're definitely going to be diving into the games that are remaining to see exactly what is going to be happening with these games that are remaining. What's going to be happening? Is there a possibility of Arsenal taking the English Premier League title? What's the form of these football clubs that Arsenal has to play? My name is Abu Kaus, and let's get into the games that Arsenal has to play. We're going to be focusing on the Premier League games, and for now, yeah. So let's see how what Arsenal has to do, which games Arsenal has to win, yeah. So Brighton was definitely played, and that was a good one that ended 3-0. That was quite good. So Bayern Munich, of course, that's the UEFA Champions League. We're not counting that. Then Aston Villa is going to be a good one with Mikel Arteta facing Unai Emery. It's going to be a very wonderful one on there. One to watch, but I've got big hopes, and I think that Arsenal is going to win that. Yeah, I think Arsenal is going to win that game between Aston Villa. So, and looking at the next game, that could be Bayern Arsenal UEFA Champions League. That's uncalled for. We're not going into it. And now looking at the Premier League still, Wolves, Arsenal Wolves, and that's an away game. Could be a bit complicated because it's an away game, but Arsenal has got the possibility of winning that game. So then there is Arsenal Chelsea. Do not forget that Chelsea, Arsenal can win, definitely win Wolves, beat Wolves, though it's an away game. Then the London clubs here, Chelsea and Arsenal. Will be noted that Chelsea can bring a bit of headache to the football club Arsenal. Chelsea's off form, but put in consideration that Chelsea has got good football players like Enzo Fernandez. It's got very wonderful football players like Noni Madueke. It's got quite brilliant, good football players. Football players that really could be playing very, very well, yeah? But for some reason, they are not. They are off form. They're drawing. They're losing every other game. Every other game they're playing, they're definitely losing. So with that squad, that multi-million squad that the football club Chelsea has, they cannot put on a show. They cannot put on a very good performance. But I think Arsenal should capitalize on that and make sure that it beats the football club Chelsea. But the fact that it's a home game for the football club Arsenal, that could be a positive thing. But there's nobody who's going to be talking about, it's too far, I cannot go. It's about money and stuff, because all of these are, it's just enough. It's a London derby, yeah? So I think it could be a bit tricky, but still again, Arsenal, I think, is going to win that. And Tottenham Hotspurs are still a good team, but Arsenal will have consecutive hard teams, And then Bournemouth, that should be a win for Arsenal. Going match into it. Then Manchester United, there is a chance that Arsenal is going to beat Manchester United. When it comes to United, Arsenal is always the show of supremacy. So Arsenal has to be aware of that. So with Everton, I think Arsenal should be able of winning that. So I think I can see the game that's going to be a bit complicated for the football club Arsenal. Could be Aston Villa in all this. Aston Villa can be a bit tricky. And but Arsenal should be able of winning. And when you see this, if Arsenal wins all these games, yeah, the English Premier League trophy is definitely gone, yeah? It's gone. It's gone. Manchester City had the chance of beating Arsenal and getting on top, but it didn't. And it would definitely go for a run, no losing, yeah? But things did not go as they definitely planned. So right about now, I think everything is going well for the football club Arsenal, and Arsenal, I think, is going to take the English Premier League title this time around. So Arsenal fans, fingers crossed. I think you should be happy for yourselves as things look quite well as I showed you. I think everything is going on quite well, and hopefully the football club Arsenal is going to take the English Premier League title. Let me know in the comment section about these games. Which game do you think these games? Which game do you think is a bit complicated for the football club Arsenal, and which one you think is much better? Which one you think Arsenal is going to win quite easily? But do you think with these games? I pose a question to you. Do you think these games Arsenal is going to win all these games, or it's going to be a bit complicated? Anyway, let us know in the comment section. Let us know whether you think Arsenal is going to take the EPL title. And I remain Abu Kals, and my friends, let's meet in yet another video. It's been quite nice talking to you. It's definitely been very brilliant talking to you. I love you, everybody, and let's meet in another video. Thank you, and goodbye for now.